and good morning to anybody just joining us. Ooh, I see 2 Fake Out users and a Grimmsnarl, so they have a lot of priority, and Kyogre for power, plus the plus that Thunder Lizard, the Thunder Sauropod. Raikou Paradox. I got safety goggles on Mewtwo, so I could use Mewtwo's safety goggles to counteract the the asshole over there. How do I want to lead this? Their Pokemon aren't the fastest, except for maybe a Choice Scarf Kyogre, so I think Alfred in the... I don't think I need to lead with Alfred. But I could go with Mewtwo... Or no, I definitely need Alfred in the lineup, but do I lead with it? Do I go Mewtwo, Alfred lead? I think so, yeah. We're going to lead with Mewtwo and Alfred and bring Ogerpon and how about Sneasler? I can probably forego Whimsicott, but I can also take advantage of the rain with I-4. What they don't have on their side is... you know what? No, I am gonna go Sneasler. Sneasler gives me a lot of tools to work with here. Between Dire Claw... Yeah, Dire Claw and Acrobatics can do a lot of work here, I think. And I would almost bet that we got Terra Water going on their Mushroom. Okay, Mewtwo and Indeedee. So we're going to go ahead and kill priority at the start. Now... They're probably leading... They're probably leading with a Light Screen, which is going to mean Psystrike on Kyogre, and ignore... Maybe... Ooh, yeah, I'm going to go... Maybe protect the Indeedee. Or, no, you know what? Psystrike Kyogre and switch to Ogerpon. Because we got the terrain down, and Expanding Force only hits one of their Pokemon since they have a Dark-type on board. So, yep, there's Light Screen, so we're going to find out now if it's Choice Scarf Kyogre. It is not Choice Scarf, so Psystrike going in, doing the work. That's going to weaken a potential Water Spout, and they're going Calm Mind instead. Okay.
A Calm Mind build? That's rare.
Yeah. Taking turns to set up is not too common, especially when I can hit against physical defense with Mewtwo. Now, the question is, are they going to use Reflect, or are they going to try and start throwing... Are they going to try and start throwing Dark Attacks at Mewtwo? I could go Terra Normal now, or I Terra Water the Ogerpon for a massive hit into Grimmsnarl. I think I'm going to go for that. Terra Water and Ivy Cudgel Grimmsnarl. Basically, I was torn between Archaludon and Ogerpon on what to bring here, just because either way I can take advantage of their rain. This way, I get special defense boost. Grimmsnarl going Thunder Wave, but okay, so they're trying to speed control here, but the Psychic Terrain protects me from Thunder Wave. While Psystrike is going to further weaken Kyogre. Yep, Ivy Cudgel just one-shot the Grimmsnarl in the rain. And they're going Origin Pulse. Okay, Ogerpon avoided it. Well, Mewtwo... Ooh, Mewtwo took a +1 rain-boosted Origin Pulse and survived with 2 hit points. That was a little insane. Now, they're probably going to want to target the Mewtwo with what's going on here. Rillaboom. Okay, they got Rillaboom, so they are resetting the terrain. If they're going to go for that, I think I am going to go for... Okay. Battle... You know what? Yeah, Psystrike the Kyogre again. And Ogerpon is actually going to switch back out to Indeedee so that I can block Fake Outs. Yeah, this will block Fake Out. Okay, if they use Grassy Glide, it won't block Grassy Glide, but it won't have priority, at the very least. Thank you, P.E.K.K.A. Run. Oh, nice. Oh, Kyogre protected. Okay. But they did go for the Fake Out. Okay, Fake Out, but Fake Out's going to do nothing. See, Kyogre protected. The Psychic Terrain is refreshed. They're trying to get that Leftovers healing, too. Now, a Psy Strike finishes off Kyogre, though they could still have a Dark-type in the back. I think we're going to go for Protect on Mewtwo. Yeah, let's Protect Mewtwo, and I'm going to go for the Expanding Force onto the Kyogre slot. Rillaboom switching out. Okay, yeah, they do want to try and take control of the terrain back. Amoonguss is coming in to take a boosted Expanding Force. Not quite enough to finish off Kyogre, but it's a strong hit on Amoonguss. And Indeedee avoided. So the Protect and Avoidance worked in our favor from the Kyogre. So now we have another. We can do another Expanding Force. The question is, who do we? Okay, Psy Strike Amoonguss. Or no, Indeedee's gonna switch back out. Psy Strike Amoonguss and switch back to Ogerpon. Now, Mewtwo is at risk of getting knocked out, but based on... So we know the rest of their board. They have Rillaboom in the back. We're taking control of the terrain by switching out. And if they try and use Spore on Mewtwo, I have the safety goggles protecting me there. Okay, Rillaboom coming back. Yeah, that makes sense. And Kyogre protects. Okay, that's fine. Mewtwo was going into the Rillaboom slot anyways, where you do not have physical defense boosted. Although it does have some natural defenses working for it. Oh, but hey, Mewtwo gets a little healing. Thanks for that. I think now we're going to go for the Horn Leech into Kyogre. They did protect the last turn. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and switch Indeedee back in again and Horn Leech the Kyogre slot. Go for that physical attack. Like, I am not going to let you use Fake Out or Grassy Glide on me. That's not going to be an option here. But we are going to get rid of Kyogre, which also means they can no longer switch Pokemon in. I now have total control over the terrain. Oh, nope, they're going to get one more terrain switch. Fortunately, I did survive the U-turn. Now, Ogerpon being a grass type or water, like pure water type now, is in danger against the grass types. So I think we go. Yeah, we're gonna switch this side. We're gonna switch to Mewtwo. If Mewtwo gets knocked out, that's fine. Mewtwo getting knocked out is probably preferable at this point. And we're gonna go ahead and Spiky Shield the Ogerpon to protect that side from Spore and Fake Out. This is my last shot to control the terrain, and then Expanding Force pretty much cleans up the fight when priority moves are removed from the equation. Even though Ogerpon isn't doing, it's not doing basically anything to this lineup anymore. They resist water and grass. It's the other Pokemon that are going to put in the work while Ogerpon distracts. Grassy Glide going in, and yes, they did Grassy Glide into that slot, taking the spiky shield damage. And then Spore. Ooh, they tried to Spore the... yeah, they tried to use Spore on Indeedee, but switching into Mewtwo just brought it in and took the Spore thanks to safety goggles. So let's go ahead and Psystrike Amoonguss. And do I switch over? No, I'm not going to switch Ogerpon. I'm actually going to use Follow Me to pull attacks away from Mewtwo, since Mewtwo is here and it can go ahead and take advantage of the field. I know they still have the grassy terrain up, so they can Grassy Glide against Ogerpon. But that's fine if Ogerpon goes down at this point. Okay, Woodhammer. That's going to be auto KO on Ogerpon, but massive recoil damage, which actually helps. Now I can just bring in Indeedee for free. I don't have to worry about the about switching in and taking a hit. And then Spore goes into the Mewtwo safety goggles again. While I still get more... I keep getting the health back from the grassy terrain. The grassy terrain seems to be doing more good for me than it is for them.
Yeah, it sometimes happens.
Yep. Considering my Mewtwo started off, like, from early in this fight was at 2 hit points. And there we go. Psychic Surge. So, yeah. Psystrike Expanding Force is a game sealer. Like, they can protect, but they have no more priority moves left, no room to shift the terrain in their favor. I'm reminded of, like, Gen 5 Weather Wars here going on. And oh, Amoonguss is protecting. Okay. I was hoping to get the Psystrike down so that I could have a single target Expanding Force against the Rillaboom, but now Expanding Force is going to be weakened by the spread effect. Although, is that weakened damage going to be enough to make a difference is the question. Yes, Rillaboom actually survives that and U-turns on Indeedee. Now, the U-turn is not going to do any... U-turn's not actually going to get him to switch. But now Mewtwo Sneasler comes in. Yeah, Sneasler easily cleans this up. Seed and Unburden, that's going to be raw speed. So a Dire Claw and a Psystrike, yeah, that Dire Claw Psystrike just cleans up the match. I gotta say, they definitely tried to play to every possible out. I do appreciate the opponent here in how they kept trying to keep. They used every tool at their disposal to try and take control of the terrain back, and they made me work to try and bring Psychic Terrain in the back. And if not for maybe a little bit of that bulk, Indeedee easily could have been taken out. Like, maybe if they were using Knockoff instead of the U-turn, Knockoff would have done more damage and probably one-shot Indeedee. Instead, they went for the U-turn so that they could do a hit and run to bring the terrain back in, but because of that, Indeedee survived the attack and managed to come back in later in the match since I could switch it out. That might have turned the tide if they could take control of it and actually take advantage of fake outs and grassy glides later in the match.